I've always loved expression variants, especially for characters like Mater here, who is typically seen to be very jolly, happy, and just a lovable torture we all know and love. And that's nice, but it doesn't really give a lot of variety for when he wants to be sad. Like, say if somebody was doing a stop motion right now, and if they didn't have a sad Mato, well, they were pretty much out of luck, because all the Matos before then, they were happy. Most of them, at least, will. But with this release, it finally gave us something we've been wanting for a while, a sad version of Mato. Now, it's not a completely normal version of Mato because there is the outline of the 95 logo, but honestly, I don't really mind it because I could just pass it off as just a normal Mato in my collection. So hello everyone, welcome back to another review here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at Airport Mato. Of course, we're going to be taking a little break from the new stuff we've been reviewing this year and just focus on an older release, a kind of obscure variant, you could say. Now, of course, this Mato appeared in Cars 2 just after he had a little fight with McQueen and he was all sad. He was getting ready to go back home to Radiator Springs, and then Fake McMissile pretty much like posed as a security guard, took him out, and that's when the entire plot with Cars 2 actually happens. So that's how Mato pretty much got involved in this spy espionage stuff. So that's pretty cool. Now this Mato was only released once in a 2013 2-pack with Holly Shiftwell. So kind of weird. I'll actually put a picture on the screen of what the pack looked like. It showed the artwork of him being happy for some reason, even though the diecast was clearly sad. And yeah, that was the only release this Mato got, unfortunately. So this guy has not been done in Thailand yet. Hopefully he does, because I would love to see all the Thailand modifications on this guy, because this Mato is still made from China, which means the back portion will still be plastic. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just take a look at the diecast. So first off, he has a very classic sad expression. It's pretty accurate to the shot he's in, I'd say. And on this Mato, you're gonna see that he has a bunch of scuffs and chip marks. This is because I actually got this pre-owned from my aunt and her kids, because I used to have this Mato, but she decided to give it away to me since her kids kind of lost interest in cars. So yeah, not in the best condition, but considering how much this guy goes for on eBay, I don't mind owning a damaged version of this guy. I mean, a lot of these parts can be repainted, thankfully, so I'm not too worried about that. I just really love that expression. It conveys so much in Mato, because we used to him being so jolly and happy. Like, this is how he normally looks like, and that's cool. But it's nice to get something different. Of course, he does have the markings of a China Mato, the one headlight not being as detailed as the Thailand version and only popped out, the hood, which does not have the blackness inside, the very a little bit more like faded blue. It's not as like saturated as the Thailand one, which I'll show you in a little bit. Kind of showed it off at the beginning, but we'll do some more comparisons with that version in a little bit. He does have the classic wheels, brown on the front, yellow on the back, and white in the other side of the back. Of course, he does a tomato towing his salvage where he does springs, and there is a little imprint where the Team 95 logo was. So I do have the actual race team made from Cars too. So yeah, he basically put that logo over the towing his salvage advertisement, but since he's leaving, he didn't need that anymore. So I love how the imprint is still there. Like, Mattel could have easily just left this part clean, but no, I did appreciate the fact that they went the extra mile, giving him that a shadow effect. I think that's really cool. Of course, like I mentioned, the back portion is plastic, so it was very cheap, and yeah, might as well lose. But again, this is pre-owned, so I'm not really gonna complain about it. The lights aren't as detailed. The siren and the tow cable is very loose, so there's that. The bumper here is actually a sticker, which I actually never realized on China Matos. Yeah, they're definitely stickers. I like the way Thailand does it a lot more, with it being painted. I think it looks a little more realistic. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, kinda. He does have his classic A113 license plate on the back, so it's still nice. The tool hook themselves, they aren't as detailed as they are on the Thailand one. Again, lights unpainted. This side is pretty much the same, and here is the base. 663 EAA, so the 663 23rd day of 2013 at the EA factory. I think so. I think that's what it was. So, yeah, that about does it for this Mater here. I mean, not much to say. It's just a sad version of Mater, but again, I'm very happy that I own this car in the collection. And again, yes, he's damaged, but again, considering how much he goes on for eBay these days, I'm not really looking to get a new one. So this is the regular race team Mater. Of course, he does have his jolly happy expression and the 95 logo. But everything else is pretty much the same. Oh, yeah, the toe hook is not the working toe hook. They didn't really start doing that until 2022. Pretty cool. And here is a Thailand Mater, which I think is a massive upgrade from Chinese Maters. Because first off, the rust detailing is a lot more realistic. The wheels, yeah, I love that wheel detailing. Like I really want this guy to get wheel leads from Thailand because I want to see the modifications that Thailand will give him. Let's just move the camera for a little bit. And the back portion is metal versus plastic. Of course, you have some additional details like the lights being painted. Pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. And he has next to Holly, because why not? Because they're in a 2-pack together. And just for lasting giggles, I just bought out Graham and Asa. I mean, you can kind of imagine this as like a captured Mater. And then Asa and Graham just happened to catch him one time before Finn left with him. Well, he basically dragged him out of the airport by his toe hook, so it's kind of funny though. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this review. Hope you all enjoy it. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming content. See you all next time. Until then, this is Joe Quicktire signing out.